it's usually just a rockfish that.
Well, actually, what they call red snapper is a pargo.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And they're caught in Mexico.
All right.
And they call those red snappers.
Okay.
But they're all different.
Yeah.
They're all different. One thing about rockfish and freshwater fish is the rockfish are the bass family, just like the freshwater fish.
That's the reason why it looks like one.
The difference, right, and the only difference is the fins. Well, there's a few differences, but the thing of it is you can see the similarities between a rockfish and a bass.
Oh, be sure your head's not in the way. Move over this way.
And the difference is, after the Great Flood, fish were left in the valleys, which turned into freshwater lakes, and adapted to look a little different from the saltwater fish. So it's all because of the flood. That's the only thing that separates the two, as far as I'm concerned. That's been 20 years, 25 years of working on them. Now, what we want to do with this one needs a little more glue, flexible fin glue, so the fins will stay flexible. This will protect the fish as long as the person that caught it owns it. It keeps it from getting damaged as they move it around the house and hang it in different places. The flexible fin glue keeps you from smacking them and breaking them, and so we just want to put it real liberally on this. Since this is the third coat, it doesn't have to be real thick. Now I'm doing this one, and I'm going to let you guys do the other ones here that I have that need this. So, and basically what I do when I put it on thin for the third coat is I just keep brushing until all the air bubbles are gone. You don't want air bubbles in your fins. Okay.
Now what happens if you get any of that on the fish? Does that hurt it any?
Well, it doesn't help it. It's got to come off for it to be painted.
Okay.
It's got to come off before it can be painted. So basically, what we're doing here is we're just protecting them, and we're giving them a little bit more of that fat look that fins have. And like I said, you don't want it to go down all the way onto the skin, because what it does is the fins take color differently from the skin. So you want them to be separate. You don't want them to be the same. You want them to show.
So it's like a regular artist. You have to stay within the lines.
Just have to stay within the lines. And basically, like I said, what you're doing is you're not just protecting the fins, but you're also making them look a little thicker and a little fuller, the way they do when they come out of the water. It gives them almost that slimy look that separates the fins from the fish itself. That's why you don't want them to look the same. You want the fins to have more of a...
Now you've done these fins up already with the plastic and stuff like you've been showing us.
Right. These fins have been done twice.
Okay.
And since it is an ocean fish, I like to do them 3 times to add that fat back. See, now these fins here were taped because they were I just wanted them a little bit more protected, but then again, the ones with the character we leave. So this one's done.
Now you just wait, let it dry, and move on to the
let
next.
it dry and move on to the next phase.
So this is a
This
whole.
actually needs to be here.
This is a whole. So I mean, you can't just sit down and do this like, oh, I'm gonna do a fish today. You have to. There's steps that you have to take. Wait for things to dry.
There's a lot of
and wait.
steps. It takes me as long to do 5 fish as 25 fish.
Okay.
Because I get up in the morning and I do 5 fish and I'm done in an hour.
Right.
Or 2 hours with each, depending on the process I'm going through.
Right. Okay.
So, and a lot of drying time, a lot of preservative time.
All right.
Okay, now, Matthew, I'm gonna let you do a fish. Okay? Okay, there you go. Let's do this one underneath here. Oh, there, I better get that one too. You don't want to get it on the fish, so I'll help you out here a little bit. With these tight ones, I'll let you do the big ones. How's that? Now on this fin here, you just want to get these tips.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Dad wants to do that last fin.
Here, I'm gonna give it a shot on the last one.
Let Dad
okay?
do that last fin.
Let's see if this is as easy as Kevin makes it out to be. You know, a true artist sometimes, you see him down there like at Fisherman's Wharf or something like that. They do those sketch artists and stuff. And you go, oh, I could do that. And I sit down and I can barely even draw a stick figure. So let me give it a shot here.
Okay guys, this is my book with all my pictures. These are all reference pictures. Those are some piranha that I mounted at one time.
Okay.
And this is a peacock bass from Venezuela. But what I want to show you is this fish right here. You know, in the preservative process, they lose all their colors. So I want to show you what I use to repaint this fish.
That's the reason why you have the big book of fish.
Yeah. Okay, now this fish right here is this fish.
So let's hold that up to the camera.
This is the colors
Here, let me hold
it's
that
gonna
for
be.
you. That way you can
Pretty
see a
cool,
good shot
huh?
of that.
They lose all their color in the preservative process. Now when I'm done, it'll look just like that one. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh yeah.
Now I want to show you another one. I'll leave that picture out because I'm going to need it. And I've got some really good pictures. Oh, here's a vermilion right there. This is going to be the color of that fish. But I've got even better pictures right here.
Oh, there we go.
Check it out. Now this is this fish. That's what it's going to look like when it's painted. Pretty cool, huh? See that now?
Oh yeah. Now, do you have one of these fish already done? I notice you have some other fish out there that are close.
No, I do, but it's a very young one that doesn't have the color.
Oh, okay.
You can see all of these colors in here. They've got some. It's got some little black spots and different colors. It's not all just one color. I have to put all those colors back in. There's white, cream, yellow, red, orange. All those colors have to go back onto the fish.
Okay.
Even a Payne's gray, which is what is going to show the fin rays when it's done.
All right.
So that is for that fish. Okay. And let's see here. I need one more for that guy there. And I've painted a bunch of them. And sometimes I don't need pictures. So what I will do is I'll look at a book and I'll sit down and I'll draw up a paint schedule for each fish. Here we go. This is one right here. Now this guy's not as pretty as his girlfriend there.
So this is the female, that's the male.
That's a female, this is a male.
Okay.
Kind of give you an idea there.
Let me see that photo real quick. We'll see that so I can show this. So this is
That's the male.
That's the male right there.
Which
As I
is
was saying, not as pretty as the female, which is in the bigger picture right here.
That's.
All right.
Okay, so here, I can't paint today because the humidity's real high. And I need the heat and the dryness. But that is what this fish will look like once it's painted.
Gosh, that's beautiful. It looks like you just got done painting that.
That fish is about 15 years old.
Wow.
It's been hanging for 15 years. There's 17, I use 17 different steps
Yeah.
to paint a largemouth
Wow.
bass.
So from
And-
this stage right here, how long does it take you to get from this to this?
On a good day, half hour.
Oh, really? Okay. So,
Painting is well, for me. Now, a lot of artists, a lot of guys that do fish, they struggle with the painting.
yeah.
You really have to be an artist, all calibers. You know,
Yeah.
you have to be able to carve. You have to be able to sculpt.
Right.
You have to be able to paint. You have to be able to see the colors. We had 40 hours just airbrush classes,
Yeah.
and a lot of that was just dots, vermiculations, and grade washing from one color into another.
Now, is bass are they an easier fish to do than a lot of others? Because I know.
No, well, the trout are harder. Cold water fish are harder than warm water fish.
Oh, are they? Okay.
For the simple fact, like this trout I was showing you earlier.
Right. The show tape over here.
Now on a cold water fish, now most taxidermists will use artificial heads,
Okay.
but there is a way to preserve the head to where there's no grease at all. And in order to do that, you have to take the top of the head off all the way down below the eye socket. You have to put the eyes in and resculpt the whole top of the head. This has had 1, 2, 3 processes done, and it needs 2 more. One more process to fill this to get it cleaner, and then another process has to go over all of this to put the fat back in the mandibles.
Now, this is what type of fish is this?
This is a brown trout.
Okay. I was going, gosh, the teeth on these brown trout are huge.
Oh yeah. Well, they're carnivores. They eat anything that hits the water.
Yeah.
If they can get it in their mouth, they'll eat it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wish I could paint for you guys today, but you'll have to come again another
Hey,
time.
no, that's totally fine. Totally understand. Hey, thank you for letting us come into your shop and showing us this, letting the boys do some fins and everything. And you know, folks, this here just shows you the beauty of what God can do. Actually, His beauty's everywhere. You know, I go out on Clearlake and out there fishing. We see everything out there, including the fish. You know, and this is one way where, gosh, you could see. You know, you look in the shop here and you see a lot of the details. You know, and you can't tell me all that came from a big bang. You know that?
That's
I mean,
right.
because I really believe God's into details.
That's right.
But hey, Kevin, once again, thanks for having us
Hey,
down
it's my
here.
pleasure.
And hey, maybe next time we'll be able to get you out on the water. And
Oh
do some
yeah, I'm
fishing, so.
waiting for that.
All right.
That'll be a good day.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
again,
Hey,
brother.
God bless.
God bless
Hey,
you
tune
too.
in next time to Fishers of Men when lives are on the line. God bless.